This is Mark Joseph. We're at the Boardwalk Casino in the beautiful Port Elizabeth. Come and join us because we're on our way to Vegas, baby.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I'm at Boardwalk Casino. Come join us for some fun, and we're on our way to Vegas, baby.
We are at Boardwalk Casino, the fourth stop of the Sunbet Poker Tour in 2022, and we are having an amazing time. We cannot wait to see you guys in Vegas.
Vegas, the greatest spectacle of poker in the world.
Every single poker player has to come to Vegas. That's all I can say about Vegas.
Vegas, the capital city of poker.
Poker utopia.
Great experience, best place in the world.
I love Vegas.
Can someone tell me?
It's a crazy, crazy city. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
This time is going to be super.
And welcome back to the Boardwalk Casino in the beautiful city of Quebec in the Eastern Cape. This is your Sunbet Poker Tour, the fourth stop on our nationwide tour. We are day 3 of the series. Earlier you saw the conclusion of the Little Slam, the title being taken by Jesse Rosen, and a deal made with the other 2 players, Harry Kashav and Darryl Sims, the local East London boy. They split second place. So a wonderful conclusion to that Little Slam. And we're now into day 1A of the main event, which started earlier. Blinds of 300, 600 with a big blind ante of 600. And we have an interesting feature table for you. Obviously in seat 1, needing no introduction, there's Ahmed Karim. And in the middle of the table there, nice to see Mark Christie back. He's recovered well from illnesses that he had. He came in and had a little chat with us. Lovely to see him at the poker table again, Mark. And he won a seat in one of the earlier satellites into this event. Haggai Dayani around the top. And JP Oakes, of course, also needing no introduction. So Ahmed Karim in seat 1 has 33,800 chips. Bradley Goldman in seat 2, 49,100. Richard Barnard in seat 4, 36,800. Edward Stichers in seat 5, 46,700. Mark Christie, 79,700. Haggai Dayani, 61,400 in seat 7. And JP Oakes, seat 8, 172,400.
So, welcome to the main event, day 1A.
Yeah,
some new players, some old players, some familiar faces, some unfamiliar faces.
and we'll have to get into the mode of the lower blinds again and the smaller stacks, the adjustment from the Little Slam.
So Ahmed was on the button. Richard with pocket 9s here. Raise the 2-2, looks like it's a call.
Mark Christie gets rid of the big blind. Well, the case 9 comes for Richard.
Set of 9s. You check that for deception. And we haven't seen Ahmed's cards here because his cards are on top of each other.
So Richard with a set of 9s on a fairly straighty board.
Yeah, bottom set's still a set, as they say.
Flat calls. There comes the 4-card straight on board.
Richard needs, I mean, it's very difficult to fold a set. But Richard would love to see the board pair here. Takes it back. And he won't be happy with that card, although it is a brick. Very dry board. He's going to bet here. He'll call. So he had the 10.
Yeah, he does have the straight. And Ahmed will scoop in that pot. So there is a view of the outer tables in this day one.
Okay, off and running. Hand number 2.
He's going to limp in with the ace-5. Round to JP.
Richard with ace king here. Suspect he can raise this up.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the queen deuce. Mark will get rid of the ace-5. Back to JP, facing the 3-bet. After he raised it up to 2,000, he calls the additional 2,500. So no help for the ace-king.
All low cards. Richard's going to continue here.
So JP's having a think about this now. All low cards there.
Richard will pick up that pot with the ace-king and the continuation bets, and it appears that JP with that. Incidentally, the action did go with the re-raise and a call. Same result. JP Oaks 284 big blinds, 170k, and Richard Barnard with 50 bigs, so nobody in the danger zone just yet. And there is the prize for this tournament. If you're still here on Sunday night and it's late, you got a shot.
So Haggai will be under the gun. He's already folded. JP with pocket jacks.
Nice premium for him. How's he going to play them? Under the gun +1 comes out firing. That guy already out of the way. Round to Ahmed. 9-4 offsuit, not interested. I haven't seen Lawrence, so I'm assuming Ahmed's on his own this week. Pocket 8s for Evolve. So if you're tuning in, Lauren, just say hi for you. We miss you. Hope to see you soon. So Evolve is called with the pocket 8s, pocket jacks for JP. Mark Christie with pocket 9s. All exciting stuff. And there's a flop to annoy all of them.
Yeah, slow down the action, even for the pocket jacks. JP checks behind.
Mark can have a stab at this. He's contemplating.
He is.
I think those are thousands.
Yeah, and he gets JP to out the way. So he gets the best hand to fold.
Yep, and that flop was what caused that. So what do we know about Mr. Richard Barnard? I know him for some reason. I have spoken to him and I've played with poker with him, I suspect. Do you know him?
I'm trying to place him as well because he looks so familiar and the name sounds familiar as well.
I
But
definitely
I'm
know
trying to remember where I played against him and from whence he hails.
Well, he knows me. So,
Here we go, so everybody knows you.
yeah, not everybody, just most people. No, seriously though, I have no idea. Oh, yeah. Very at home chatting with Ahmed and these guys, so obviously been around the scene a while.
I'm almost certain he comes from the Cape as well. And that would make sense if he's chatting with Ahmed, that he knows Ahmed from there.
Yeah. You mean Cape Town, yeah?
Yeah, from Cape Town. Going to raise with the ace-7 suited.
And why not? Ace Jack for Evolved. Quiet man, plays his game, been on the feature table a bit, and knows his way around a poker table. So he's a nice lad. He gets the votes. Mark Christie already spoken around. Haggai folds, no introduction for Googie. Everybody knows him, that's for sure. JP Oaks, of course, well known, and Ahmed's very well known. I'm not forgetting Bradley Goldman, who also knows me.
And Bradley comes in with a speculative 10-5.
There you go, King 2 looks good now. After that flop.
So 4 spades out there now. Bradley sitting with clubs. Richard Barnard going to have a stab at this now. And it's Evoldt with the ace-jack. He has hit the jack. Can't remember if his ace was the ace of spades. So Richard will pull in that hand. So view across the outer tables from this side of the room, from where the players enter. And this is the view back across. There's the doorway in the back there. Four full tables out there plus the feature table. So 5 tables going. Action on Richard. You walked. He folds. Round to Mark Christie. The pocket twos. The mallards, as Gary is now calling them. On the button. Puts in a raise. With the 5-3 suited out the way. A little think about it. So JP defends his big blind. No help for JP there. The pocket two's still ahead. It's gone check, check. 10 doesn't change anything. JP now going to have a little stab at it. And he'll get Mark to fold there.
Apologies for the mixed messages. Just put them in the box side by side, then you can do what you want with them. Okay. Just tell me again. Just put them in the box side by side like that. Right. Then you put them on top, stick them on your head, do what you want. Stick them on your head. Do what you want. I'm changing the deck just in case it's a broken card as well. Because we're missing cards. So thank you for your patience, gentlemen.
There's Joe Steggers, Sugi, Imran Bayani, Stephen Courtney, and Clayton Talluant. So that'll be an interesting table. Lee Reddy turning around as well. There's Abdulessa in the background talking to old Master Blaster Sean Skuman, Harold Brooks there, Rudy Ferree, winner of the Super High Roller, and Max Devison. There's Bozo joining the table. And they go to the river. Action on Stephen. He puts a bet in on the river, and Clarkson calls him. Stephen turns over his hand, and will take down that pot. So Bradley under the gun. Is limped in. It's folded round all the way to JP. He's folded. So action on Ahmed in the big blind. Checks his option. Going to be set mining with those threes. Nine, deuce, deuce. Ahmed bets to see if Bradley's limped in with picture cards and that his threes are good. He's got ace-8, so he has missed the flop. He's going to peel one though. Makes the call. He finds the ace on the turn after floating one. Ahmed now checks. Ahmed gives it up. Bradley will take that hand down with the ace-8.
So this is day one of our very first main event string. I think, how many days have we got? I know there's a turbo on Saturday. I think it's Saturday.
Yeah, there's a day 1B on Thursday, a day 1C on Friday, and then the turbo.
And then they all come together on day 2, and then of course culminating in day 3 on Sunday, where they'll come together and play for that beautiful bracelet. I believe there's a 2 million guarantee on this as well, eh?
Yeah,
2 million?
2 million rand guarantee on this one.
On the passport, yeah. That'll be nice. Be nice to win. 9-2 for Richard. So it is Richard's first time on the feature table, as he tells me. And Ahmed said he's keeping him straight, so that works for me. Ahmed, no stranger. Evolved with Jack 2. Now we're cooking. Mark Christiat. Haggai with the 10-9. He's in the cut-off. Let's see if Haggai's going to have a little pop here, see if he can steal.
He does so.
Not the easiest place to steal blinds from, let me tell you, with JP and Ahmed to your left.
Yeah. Makes the call from the big blind defending. Jack, King, Jack flop, so gut shot for Haggai. Check to him. He raised pre, so he's going to continue the story. Bradley makes the call.
That was a bit of a snap call. So there's the double pair board brackets full house board. And if that guy thinks he's got any of this, he'll fold. Yeah. He's not showing, he says. Trust me, he had a jack or a king there, or both even. You never know. Definitely.
Yeah, one would suspect a king when he came out firing on the turn.
Yeah. For sure. So we're all sporting our new t-shirts here, Cardstream shirts with the new logo that I designed. And the shirts I have made. Bradley claimed it, but you know what a liar is. Great job by Brad. We got our photos done this morning, which was nice for the team. If you want a copy of the photos, you can get them for 200 Rand from us. And if you want a signed one, it's 500. JP with the ace-7. We must actually find out the structure. I believe they played 12 levels on day one.
Yeah, that was the structure at all the previous stops. So
I think it was 8 and then a freeze, and then they played another 4, if I recall rightly. I'm not sure. If that's the case, that's a long old day.
It's going to be a long day for them, because they're not coming back tomorrow for this. This concludes today, this day 1A.
Oh no, it's the bag and tag, isn't it? It's on Saturday. Six queen. Bradley's sevens are ahead.
JP continues, 2,000. Bradley calls. Check on the turn. Bradley checks. JP checks behind. He shows the pocket sevens, and the pocket sevens are good. Nice full tables out there in this day 1A. So Mark Christie will be under the gun.
So somebody just reminded me that we did start at 11 o'clock this morning. We haven't just started now and doing 12 levels. So yeah, I don't think anybody's just mad to believe that, but you never know.
Yeah, we're already on blinds of 300, 600, big blind ante of 600.
Yeah, so we started at 11 this morning. So if you're doing 12 1 hours, that would be 11 this evening. Of course, adding a lunch break and a 15-minute breaks every 2 levels. That'll take us through to about 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, I think. Somewhere around there. We'll check.
There or thereabouts.
We will check. JP Oates, ace 4 suited here. A2 for Bradley. They've headed to the mat. King Jack for Richard. A couple of Broadway cards here for him. In the small blind. There's been a raise from the hijack, of course, so 1/6 to call. Looks like he's going to come along. And Evolk is probably going to fold this out of the big blind. Good man. Sensible decision, sir. And we'll go heads up. Richard versus JP. And players having a bit of fun. Nice to see Ahmed enjoying himself. 3-3 ace. JP gets the best of that. And it probably won't please Richard to see the ace there. Option with JP. This will probably go bet fold. 2-2, Desmond. Excuse me to the people who caught me yawning then. And as predicted, Richard will get rid of those. That ace was a scare card. JP will pick up 2.8 with the best hand.
And JP going along very nicely on 171,000.
And the Grand Prix is on the side there. I am recording it, so I'll watch it later. But I do know what's going on so far, so no spoilers to worry about.
Folded round to JP. Let's go the Jack 6 off. Ahmed Jack 7 in the hijack. He's out the way. Action on Richard on the button with the 7-3 suited. He has raised. Round to Evolt in the small blind.
How do you pronounce his surname? Staggers?
Yeah, this is a different spelling from what we saw previously, so I'm not quite sure.
Oh. On my sheet it is spelt S-T-I-E-G-E-R-S with a double little dicky above the I and the E.
Stichers then.
So it's one of those that I'm not going to pronounce. It's that easy. Pommies can't do the thing. Yeah, the first time we had him here, he didn't have the S at the front and we called him Tiger. No, but it's Evolt, yeah? That's how you pronounce it.
Evolt, yeah.
Evolt. The W being a V. See, I'm getting there. JP under the gun here.
JP folds. Round to Ahmed. It's out the way to Bradley. Limps in. And he raises it. Bradley makes the call. So Evolt has bet this flop. Bradley with just the jack, no club, gonna fold.
It's nice to have a jovial table, not too serious.
So Ahmed under the gun. He's going to raise. Round to Richard. Now to Earvolt. Action on Mark, he folds. That guy out the way. It's JP in the big blind, Queen 7 suited. Makes the call. So no help for JP on that flop. He checks. Puts the continuation in, and JP will be quickly out the way. So Richard taking his seat again. Bradley will be under the gun.
So we went for a nice walk along the pier this lunchtime. We had an hour to kill, which was nice. Very windy here. But lots of people out, lots of people swimming in the sea. Good luck to them. Ace Queen for Mark here. Let's see what his sizing is like. First time he's had a reasonable hand. He's got 75,900 behind. He's in a cutoff. $3,500 is the raise with Ace Queen. Haggai wakes up here with a medium pair.
Makes the call. JP calls as well. Down to Ahmed. He comes along.
Wow. I think a bit of a speculative call at the big blind there. The one gappers, the hearts. The Queen 4-8. So Mark picks up top here. Backdoor clubs. JP checks. Going to Ahmed. Not much happening. I think Mark has to stick out a bet here. 14-6 in the pot. Somewhere around 8.
Exactly 8. And that'll get the job done.
Yep, protects his hand. Doesn't want to be seeing anybody draw. Perfect sizing. Gets rid of all those players and picks up the pot. Well done, Mr. Christie. 11k to the good. Excellente. Let's have a look out here. Oh, Edgar and Tanzana wearing his Formula 1 hat. Must be that day. Blaster there, front right, and facing off against him across the table. Of course, no mistaking Peter Marisburg's very own Abdul Essa. Who's the guy next to Edgar, just behind Siko the dealer? He's a big unit.
Yeah, not quite sure who that is. No small lad.
I was ripping it out of Bozo just now. He sat next to the tallest guy in the room. He said, I thought it was a white cloud. He said, it's obviously his jacket. I mean, his head and shoulders above him. It's quite funny to see. Aces here for Evold. 1-5 in the pots. Wants to value these under the gun +1. So his raise will be a strong indication he has a good hand.
It's just 1-5, raises the pot.
He pots it, as you say. Mark gets out of the way. Gooks gets out of the way. JP, Queen 9 in position. And on the face of things, we'll donate those 2 chips to the pot. Let's see. Ahmed is not going to play.
Big blind says he'll defend.
Fair enough. So 7-7 Jack. Nothing doing for the 2 other players. This will probably go bet fold fold. 5-4 in the pot. I reckon 4.5. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's going for more. Picked up 5 and then some blacks, and he's put them back down again. Oh, you're going for a small bet, Gary.
2K.
That's going to induce JP to stay in the hand.
And that's not going to help him. JP's thinking of something on the river here.
The 4,000 for JP to call, yeah.
Oh well.
He now makes a little move at it.
I thought he might be lining something up here. I mean, what is he repping here? The 7?
Yeah, that's what he's actually ripping. He's saying you put a weak bet in on the flop, slightly increasing on the turn. Maybe you whiffed it, and I'm going to push off this hand.
Yep. That's a call. Took a little while to think about it. River card. There's a jack, so double paired the board now.
You won't like that jack on the river
It's a bit
either.
of a scare card. I've got a feeling this is going to be a check. JP's going to fire here.
He has to.
21-22, something like that. It's quite small. 13 in the 30. It's getting over 3-1 his money. This is one of those occasions you do well to be married to your aces.
Yeah, because as Bradley is commentating from the side, JP has told the story well, raising the turn and then betting the river.
This is a classic. The longer you think about it, the less likely you are. That'll be the clock that's getting called now.
He makes the call.
Well done. There we go, 34 players in. Average stack 63,529. Blinds at 3-6, 14 minutes to run on the level. We'll play another hour and then we'll get a break. Next blinds will be 400, 800. So that's the numbers you need to remember. 63,529 is our average stack. And well done, Evolt. Worked it out in the end. Took a bit of pressure. Someone called the clock, and I think that was fair. He was in the tank for a couple of minutes. It wasn't exactly the biggest bet in the world. And back to him again. 5-4 suited here, and up to 73,000. So a good call, young sir. And unlucky, JP. I think JP actually said that's what I was hoping you have, and that you could fold it. So Mark, ace queen.
Yeah, he's got ace queen again. Made a reasonable pot last time with it. Action round to Ahmed. On the button.
Suited 2 gapper in diamonds. So he's raised this up.
Yeah, he's 3-betting.
Bradley gets rid of his 10-9 offsuit. Richard to act. 3-6 to call.
So Ahmed finds the 3.
Yeah, and he's out in front. Backdoor diamonds also.
Extra outs for Ahmed now if he needed them. His 3 is already ahead.
Check, check. Ace on the river. That'll seal it. Mark will pick up the chips.
So Mark with the ace queen picks up another hand. He's done well with it twice now.
So JP at the top with the 230 big blinds. Ahmed's at the bottom 53. Nobody in the danger zone.
Yeah, testimony to the wonderful structure of the main event.
They do look the same, so I can understand why. They could be twins.
Action on Mark.
Shut up, man.
Just the teeth are different.
Limps in. That guy folds. JP ace 10 in the hijack. We'll raise it up to 2,000. Ahmed out the way. Bradley folds. Run to Earvolt in the big blind. Gets rid of the 6 deuce. So now Mark, who'd limped in, makes the call. Five, 6 king flop. He checks. JP checks behind. Mark checks again. On check, check. Now we're at the turn, at the river. Mark checks a third time. The ace 7, the ace 10 will be good. 10 kicker playing. So the ace 10 of JP is good there. Was checked down cagily by them all the way.
That's definitely impressive typing. You know, when we've like 10,000 years time, we'll have evolved to the point where we only have 4 fingers and thumbs and we just type. The rest of your digits will not be required. Well, we won't be able to tell, Mike, so you don't believe me all you want. Actually, they'll probably have it printed in your brain by then. You won't even need to have a keyboard or anything. You just think it and it'll happen. I think we'll get a plane in the air for sure. Flying will be a thing of the future, but like Superman. Batman can't fly. I mean, what do you know about Marvel and the thingies? Yeah, Bradley says Batman can do whatever he wants, but the truth be known, Superman can fly. Batman has just got a Batcopter.
So Earvolt has made the call. Mark comes along for the price. Suited ace 8 deuce. And he flops 2 pair with a speculative call from the big blind.
He does indeed.
If he knows his customer now, he'll check, and Ahmed will have a continuation. And he can re-raise then, but he's choosing to lead into it. Ahmed folds quickly, and there's nothing there for Earvolt.
So, talking of superheroes, we have a story about Batman. Batman and the Batmobile, and he's got a flat battery. He says to Robin, "Go get me a new battery." He says, "What's a Terry?" What's a Terry? A bat-terry. Batman, everything's pre-bats, isn't it? And he says to Batman, "What's a Terry?" You see, you got it, eh? You got it. Get me a new battery, Robin. What's a Terry, Batman? Mike is now picking himself off the floor. He appreciates those silly little jokes. Yeah, there you go. You can have that one for free. Give me a battery. What's a Terry, Rob? Batman? Oh dear. Gotta keep it light. Back to the table. 7-6 for Bradley.
Limped in. So it's round to Richard with the King Jack. He's going to raise up from the cutoff. Earvolt on the button. And fold. Mark Christie with pocket 9s.
Yeah, he's picked up a few hands, Mark.
Counting out 3 betting chips.
Seven, 6 into the muck. Back to Bradley Goldman. So we're going to go heads up. King Jack off versus pocket 9s. Thought he would call, so we will go to the flop.
That's
why you
king.
call. Check bet fold.
Yeah,
Well, Mark might want to peel one. Let's see.
I think with 2 overs to his pair, he's probably going to fold. If there was 1, maybe he peels 1, but with the 2 overs, I think he gets rid of it.
Yep, gone. Then it was gone.
Shows him the king. So we'll move on to the next hand. Ahmed under the gun. He's folded. Round to Bradley. Just made the call. Richard folds. Earvolt's out the way. Round to Mark on the button. Mark comes in with a raise. Makes it 4.5. Hagar's quickly out the way. Round to JP. He also folds. Back to Bradley now. Bradley folds and Mark will take down that hand. Shows a big pair. So blinds up, 400, 800, big blind ante of 800.
Welcome to the new viewers on the stream. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and put us a like. Hit that old thumbs up so we can build our viewership and our reputation with the good old YouTube peoples. We appreciate you. Back to the feature table. Bradley Goldman has called with the Jack 6. Richard Barnard with the Ace 9 gets out of the way. Yavot with 6-4 here. He's not going to get involved. Mark Christie 8-5. That guy 8-3.
Armour checks. The limp pot between the under the gun player and himself. He flops a double belly buster. Finds the 3. Three is still good. I'll put in a bet now and that should end it. Nothing for Bradley. He folds, and Ahmed will win that hand. So we move on to the next hand. Richard will be under the gun. Richard folds, around to Ewald. Action on JP, Queen 10 suited on the button. Raises.
We're going to cut to an outside interview in a second. We'll keep tracking the action.
So we are here in the main event. I've got some of our satellite winners in front of us. Roger, first of all, how's the game going?
All right, thank you.
And what's your chip stack on at the moment?
I really don't know. I normally count it, so I'm not sure.
And what's the experience been like so far? You won a satellite to play. You won 2 seats, in fact.
Yes.
So hopefully that carries on for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. And yourself, sir, you satellited in as well?
Yes, I am.
And how's the game going?
It's going okay. Enjoying myself. First time being here, so it's fun.
Okay, amazing. Glad you're enjoying it. Good luck. Your hand's about to start. So hopefully we'll see you guys later.
So we're back to the action on the feature table. So it was raised by Bradley, or raised by JP with the Queen 10 suited. He hit the 10 on the flop. It was called by Bradley.
It looks like Bradley's having none of it here.
Yeah, he's calling JP all the way with the Ace King. He'll need to get lucky on the river. Oh, and he does.
Oh, binks of ace on the river. Barry Greenstein.
He followed JP all the way, and JP won't believe this. He'll be like, unbelievable.
Ready to go. So I'm here with Marco. Marco, you are a PE local.
That's right.
And what's it like having poker back in PE?
Well, it's about time. We've been since 2019, so obviously we don't get many events down here. So it's nice. It's lucky to be back on the poker tour again, and yeah, hopefully it stays now after COVID.
Definitely. And you satellited into the main event?
Yes, I did get a satellite seat in the main event, yeah.
And how's it going? What's your chip stack like?
About 120 for now. A bit of a rough ride in the mini, but 120 now, so it's going well.
Well, this is the one that you want to have the good run in.
Yeah, that's definitely the one.
Well, good luck. Hopefully we'll be chatting to you at a final table.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a nice man. What was his name?
Marco, local guy.
Marco. He looks a bit like that Dave from the thingy, the car show, Bitchin' Rides. You know? Kindig Customs. He's got one of those Quaker beard things going on and spiky hairs. We're going to call him Kindig Customs from now on. Marco from Kindig Customs.
There he has been officially nicknamed by Gary.
Yeah. He's, but he's a smart guy, that Kindig Custom guy. You must see the cars he makes. Yes.
Some amazing cars.
$250,000 before you walk in the door. That's what they charge you as a deposit. Unbelievable. One day when I'm big. Back to the action.
Bradley comes along after Ahmed raises with a 3 deuce. Action on Richard in the big blind.
Richard's rolling his sleeves up here. Let me have a look, he says.
He's giving Ahmed some stick. He has been for most of the afternoon. And he makes the call. Ace 9-7. So nothing there for Ahmed. So it's check to Ahmed. He continues the story with the 3 high. Bradley folds, round to Richard. He's having none of it, he calls. Gut shot now for Ahmed. Ahmed takes the free card with his gut shot draw. Finds a 3 on the river, so finally hit something. But now Richard comes out firing on the river after the turn was checked. Ahmed gives it up.
And the 3 will be no good.
So we'll move on to the next hand. Bradley will be on the button. Mark Christie will be under the gun. Earvolt in the big blind. Here's Darren Kramer in the background. He was the guest with Gary this morning during the Little Slam. He's not playing this main event, day 1A. Going to be flying home this evening after making a chop in the super high roller. Flew in for that. I hope to see him later in the week again. Mark Christie has raised from under the gun. It's folded round to Ahmed.
The irony is he's got pocket threes this time.
Yeah, he's improved on his 3 deuce that he raised with. Gonna set mine. Bradley with the suited connectors on the button. Richard with pocket 8s.
So Richard, that's that right, still to call.
Yeah, action on him in the small blind, pocket 8s. Makes the call.
Bradley's obviously in the hand as well, Mark Christie.
Yeah, Mark raised from under the gun.
Mark raised with his ace-king, I think. How about that? That's my guess.
Yeah, I'll go ace-queen because he's had ace-queen a couple of times.
Oh, okay, there we go. So we're pretending we know what he has. And we're going 4 ways to the flop. 4, 5, 7. So a little piece of everything here. Gut shots all round, eh?
Yeah, pair and a up and down for Bradley. Overpair for Richard and the gut shot. Gut shot for Ahmed with the underpair.
And the hand we don't know what it is betting, but we reckon it's ace-king and ace-queen. That's our guess.
So now the other option is that he has an overpair because he's betting into 4 players, into 3 other players, into a 4-way pot. Ahmed makes the call with his underpair and gut shot. I don't think Bradley's going anywhere. He makes the call. Richard with his overpair comes along as well.
Yep, so up and down for Bradley here, of course. 10 no help. 3 spades on board. Richard with the biggest spade in the field.
Bradley checks as well, does the fake reach for chips and then folds, checks, doesn't bet.
So on the face of it, pocket 8s are ahead. So Marcus checked, Ahmed checks.
Checked all the way around.
Check it all the way around.
Ace King, 10 out of 10 for Gaza.
Yeah, I thought so. It had to be, didn't it?
Pocket 8s win.
Yep.
Make plus 19.6, which is quite significant at this stage.
Which ace and which king was it? Don't remember. 2 black ones.
Ace of spades, king of clubs.
A little bit of excitement there.
So you spoke to Darren this morning.
Hmm.
Which events is he coming back for?
Probably high roller and main, probably. He's going down for a couple of days or something, he said. To be honest, I don't really recall. He's definitely coming back though.
I would imagine he's going to be out for the Ashton Stinchon Memorial High Roller. Bradley comes in with a suited 10-4. He does like to see flops. He limps in a lot and then calls raises. Ewald comes along with the 8-4 suited, just completing, and Mark checks his big blind option with the ace-6.
Two, 3.
Ace high still ahead.
Ace high still ahead.
Mark has a stab at it now, and that should end it. Nothing for any of the other players.
It's quite intuitive that he bet there.
It's the second time he's done that. He's been around a while, Mark. He knows his way around a poker table.
He still looks unwell. I know
Yeah.
he's in recovery, but he does look unwell. He says he's feeling much better, so that's good for him. And it's nice that he's out and playing some poker, so that's cool.
Yeah, he only came out of hospital yesterday, it tells me.
I spoke with him outside. That's why I brought him in to see you, because he asked after you. I said, well, you're here.
Yeah, we go back quite some way. First met at All Africa many years ago. Hails from this part of the world, in the fishing industry.
Hard business, huh?
Yeah,
Hard business.
very hard business,
I
that.
wouldn't like to be on a fishing boat, that's for sure. I get seasick in the bath, so I'm not good.
Bozo greeting Mark as well.
So a couple of little sailboats here for JP. King 6 for Richard, out of the way.
Button folds by Ewald. So just the 2 blinds left. Mark Christie folds. Just Haggai left now. And he folds. So they raise from under the gun with the 4s. Gets all the way through.
And 26 of the main event table. Ahmed under the gun. Round to Bradley. He folds. Round to Richard. Pocket 3s for Richard. These small pairs have been appearing quite frequently.
Yeah, a lot of little ones. 3s, 4s, deuces. He's elected to limp in to set mine. You're all contemplating with the king 9 off in the cutoff. And he puts in a raise. He hasn't played a hand for a little while, so he'll get a bit of respect from the players, but he's going to run into a bigger hand behind.
Oh, there's that Imran in the back there with his shirt off.
Yeah.
He's scaring everybody.
Here comes the 3-bet from Haggai to 8.8. JP gets out the way. Back round to those pocket trays.
Three bet to 8,800.
We'll get rid of the threes.
He has a naughty look, Evold.
Yeah, that is a naughty
He's
look.
like a naughty child. If you've got a naughty face, you have to call. You know that. That's all part of it. Not naughty enough, obviously.
No. And Haggai will take that down with ace king.
Nice raise. Good squeeze. Well done, Haggai's. The Googs. Oh, Kramer's not on. He's not playing. He's talking. I can see
Yeah,
that.
he's sitting talking in the background there.
Well, he's got chips in his hand.
Yeah, I think they're playing a little sit and go or something. It's not part of this event.
So blinds at 400, 800, 800 on the big blind ante. This is the main event, day 1A. And we're going to announce a table here. So we've got Greg there and the gentleman was interviewed earlier. And trying to see who's still in the hand. It's Greg and there's three ways. Someone taking selfies of himself. Pick me. And Clive Kikia there in the background. I looked at the preview screen to see what happened on the feature table. I look back at my screen, I've got the feature table and the preview is now the picture I was looking at just now. I am very, very near my car. I have no idea what's going on there. I'm losing the plot.
So Mark has just limped in from the cutoff with the ace-3. JP in the small blind with jack-10. Makes the call. Round to Ahmed in the big. Checks his option.
There's the diamonds for Ahmed.
And 2-pair for JP.
This could get a bit feisty.
Yeah, some chips are going to end up in the middle here, that's for sure. JP bets his 2-pair. Ahmed calls, Mark gets out the way. Dinks it on the turn. JP with the 2 pairs, not going to fold easily. Makes the call. No hole for JP on the river.
Army gets the check mark with the flush, so any chips that he puts in now, or JP puts in, will be lost. He's hoping JP's made a straight here. We've got 2 pair. JP looking for a cheap showdown because the board is a bit coordinated in terms of flushes and straights. Army will go for max value here. JP 123 behind, so he's going to call a bet of around 10 here. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He's at 12-3. All in 9-5. Well, I said a bet of about 10, he's all in, so same difference. Makes it cool.
Little wry smile from Ahmed. He takes in that with the 8-6 suited. Back to the feature table. Richard Barnard under the gun. Folds. Round to Earvolt. He's out the way. To Mark Christie. He's going to fold. That guy in the cutoff with King 10.
Don't think he's folding.
No, he counts out a raise.
Pocket 10s for JP.
He's going to 3
Back
bet
on the horse. Back on the horse.
He's down to 113.
What's the starting in this? 40?
Yeah, I think it was 40,000. JPS 3 bet. Get rid of a couple of other players. Back round to our guy. Makes the call.
There you go, set of 10s for JP.
And top pair for our guy.
Yep, this could get feisty. The one hand Haggai would never put JP on his pocket 10s.
Yeah, he's discounting it because he's holding a 10. There are 4 in the deck.
And all 4 of them are on the table.
And against a good player like Haggai, JP betting his set will make Gugi think that he's got ace king or ace queen, something like that, and that his 10 is actually good, yeah?
Yeah. Seven's a good card for JP. We can bet again here.
He gets really sneaky checks here, but there's two flushes there, so I think he's going to protect his hand rather.
So I might call this off. He might even have a raise here. I just don't get the feeling he's going to fold.
Yeah, the way the hand's played out. All in and call. Yeah, well played by JP, yeah.
Last hand he expected. And Haggai will be drawing dead here, so that'll be the end of that. Nice hand. Unlucky Haggai. That's the last time he was going to put him on.
Nice hand there by JP.
Yeah, played it very well. So I would anticipate that we're going to get a new player. Maybe a new player that can win this lovely bracelet come Sunday evening. So Philip has announced that we're a player short on the feature table. We will get a shot of a timing screen when we have a moment. "26 minutes to go. 55 entries, 33 players in, and we've got about 26 minutes to go on the level.
And that will bring us up to the first break of our streaming of this day 1A.
Thank you for that, Siobhan.
So Mark has come in with a Queen Jack. On to JP. Folded round to Bradley. Makes the call. Option on Richard. So we're back to the action here. It was bet on the flop by Richard. Mark calls with his gut shot. And there's a different gut shot for Bradley, and he comes along. There's another 9. Bradley, well, Richard checks his trip 9s now, because the flush has got there. Mark checks behind. The 4th spade is not going to be good news for Richard, but nobody's holding a spade. He made the boat on the river, so he was checking to hoping to get somebody with a spade to bet. So people slowly building their stacks in this day 1A. That is the whole point of these first levels. So you carry a stack forward into day 2. And you've got options in day 1B, day 1C, or the turbo if you don't build a big enough stack now. So nice to see those stacks growing out there. Picture of Bozo there, Clayton. So Mark Christie will be under the gun. He's just helping out with some change. And really is nice to see Mark at the feature table, playing poker. We've mentioned that he has recovered from illness, but really great attitude when I chatted to him before he went up there to the feature table. And that is so wonderful to see such a positive attitude. Ahmed raises from the cutoff. Richard is out the way. And Bradley had called. Option on Earvolt. All of a sudden we've got a whole lot of mystery cards. It's 3-bet by Earvolt out of the big blind. Ahmed gives it up quickly. Back to Bradley. Bradley is showing a propensity not to fold once he's put chips in the middle. So I expect he will, he's looking. But he has shown a propensity not to fold. He's really deciding long and hard. He's starting to show body language towards folding, but he doesn't like to fold. That's what he's talking himself into the call here. And he does fold. Earvolt chose. If we go to that flop cam, would have liked to have seen what he had there, but I think it was a big pocket pair. There's a shorter stack needing some work on it, but a nice card protector. There's Imran. And Marco, who was interviewed earlier by Caitlin, satellited in, local lad. Gary wandering out there, having a look where we're going to be bringing a table up after the break. He'll be doing that in conjunction with the tournament director. So Ahmed is raised again. Bradley has called. It's got a familiar ring to it, that. Round to Richard. The nice card stream logo there in picture on Gary, designed by our own Bradley. Mentioning Bradley, people should make your way up to Comic-Con after the series ends. Bradley will have an exhibition there. You can go and see some of his wonderful artwork. Very talented young man when it comes to that department. So we go back to the action. Ahmed had raised. He's checking now on that flop. There's no piece of that for Bradley. He checks back. Bradley now picks up a gut shot. But Ahmed can rep the ace now. Not sure what he's holding, but he's going to say that's in my range if I'm raising. Now he checks. So we don't have Ahmed's checking for decisions. Unlike Ahmed to check twice here. Unless he's trapping. So the 7 won't change anything. Ahmed will now put some chips in. You see he's glancing across at Bradley. Picking up. And Ahmed never looks like he's looking at you, but you watch those eyes. He gives those little furtive glances at the other player. There's the king 4 is good of Ahmed. Ahmed put a little blocking in of 1K there. And he takes down the hand. Bradley called him off with the queen high, just because of the way the hand had played out. There's a lovely citizen watch there. Holding a stack there. That is Imran in picture. So action on Ahmed under the gun, 8-3 off. Bradley has come in with the ace-3, limped in. Folded round to Mark Christie in the small blind. Pocket 9s for Mark. He's had pocket 9s earlier. So I fancy him to raise it up here. Counting out the raising chips. Puts the 1600 on top. JP in the big blind, Jack 7 off. He'll get out the way. So background to Bradley. He makes the call. So the ace is found by Bradley. Mark is going to continue because he raised pre-flop. But as soon as he bets, he will be snap called by Bradley down there with the ace, and he'll find out that Bradley has hit a piece of that board. Makes the call. Oh, and the 9 on the turn. So now Mark, having been way behind on the flop, dinks the 9 on the turn. So when he bet the flop and Bradley called, he'll know Bradley's got an ace, so he's going to see how much value you can get out of this. So he's going to pump it up a little. Puts out 8.5K.
That's a very nice set on the turn.
Yeah, Bradley's kicker is going to be concerning him. But he has got the ace, and he doesn't like to fold.
Decisions. Yep.
Makes the call.
Yum, yum. All those chips now belong to Mr. Mark Christie.
Yeah, he's going to see how much more he can extract on the river. Does put a flush there. Flush and straight have arrived. Mark checks.
It would need to be significant to get Mark off this.
Yeah. Bradley's going to have a little stab at it now. But Mark has checked with the option to check call, I'm sure.
Check raise.
He could do that too. But with the texture of the board, he may just be check calling. Really going to carve out somewhere around 10 or 11.
Has he got, how much has he got beyond?
He's got 33.8.
Don't think there's any version of him folding here.
It's only 6.5, yeah. And you got a call. Shows the set of nines.
Yeah, as you said, Mark, he said he's worried about the flush, so hence the reason he only called.
There are some of the staff that are helping and assisting here. Giving a friendly wave, being very friendly down here in PE. So Bradley shed quite a few chips to Mark Christie in that hand. The 9 fortuitously arriving on the turn. So action on Bradley, he's out the way. He was up over 60Ks. Come right down. The pocket nines have moved to Richard.
It's going around, as they say.
Has been quite a popular hand on this segment. counting out the raise. Goes just over pot, 2.1. Yelvold with a 9, but with the deuce. Let's go. Mark with 10-8 folds. Round to JP. Pocket jacks. So we're going to see some action now.
I just had a conversation with JP about pocket jacks. That'd be interesting to see how that goes. I won't disclose what he was saying about them, but...
You have made us curious, Gaz.
Well, it was in reference to the previous hand, which obviously I couldn't discuss with him, but he was giving me his version of events. As Emily Sade would say. How about that? His version of events. She had an album called that. There you go. How about that?
So 3-bet by JP and called by Richard. He's looking for the case 9.
Not there.
The 9 of diamonds only available to him. The king may slow JP down a little. He's out of position.
Yeah, I think you've got to continue your story.
You've 3-bet pre.
And I've got to tell you, Richard can give him all the kings here.
Yeah, he can say 3-bet me with ace king. Maybe even king queen suited.
But he gives him all the kings, all the way down to king 10 suited. And I think Richard just folds here. We had a look, we missed 2 overcards. Nope, he's going to look at his chips and call. What do I know?
He may decide that I'm going to peel 1 and see what happens on the turn.
Yeah, I suppose that would be the orthodox approach, given the price and his stack size, but I wouldn't.
No. Wisely gets rid of it.
Yep. He's dealing with Mr. JP Oates here, and JP is not in the mood for messing around by the look of it. So Mr. Brooks there, and interestingly David Rosenthal, Lee Reddy's there as well, Greg of course. And who's that, Clayton?
Yeah, that's Clayton. Once they balance the table, yeah. Harold looks like he's building a reasonable stack there.
Yeah, he was sailing nicely earlier.
Well, they've closed 1 table out there, so we're down to 4 tables now. 3 out there in the feature table. Richard limps in under the gun with the king 5 suited. Jacks have moved across to Mark.
There we go, they're on the move. The 9s and the jacks.
In the raise. JP with the suited ace. And in position, says I'd like to see a flop. Ahmed's out the way. On to Bradley. He calls, pocket 6s, going set mining. So now Richard has a price but gets out the way. It's played very tightly. So there's an overcard again to the jacks. Mark continues with his jacks. Action on JP.
Sensible.
He folds. Action round to Bradley, who's still in the hand. He folds
Bradley
the
folds.
sixes. Face up. And the jacks are good, and Mark will take down the hand. Doesn't show them.
There's a view of the outer tables looking back this way. Lum will give us a little walk by as we switch to our outside mobile camera. And of course, who could not miss the beautiful body of Mr. Imran Bujani there, getting his head massage as we speak. He'll be coming to our feature table. How about that? In approximately 3 minutes and 25 seconds, we will be breaking for 1 hour to go and get some Essen, as they say in Germany. No, the Yiddish and in German, that's coincidental. Essen.
So action on Evolt, folds. Marks out the way. Round to JP.
Went to JP.
He's folded. Round to Ahmed. On the button. Can expect him to raise, and he does so. Bradley with the suited Jack 5. Folds it this time. He's bled a lot of chips. Richard with 9-4 off. Giving Ahmed the look. So the players having a little chat amongst themselves in between hands. There's been a lot of banter between Richard and Ahmed. Action on Mark. Warning buzzer out there. 1 minute to go. Mark's going to raise the last hand here. He's just limped in. Yeah, he's limped in. JP folds. Round to Ahmed. He's out the way. Bradley calls. Richard. 400 to call. Makes the call. So up to Evolt in the big blind. Ace-Jack suited. A lot of limpers to him.
Yep, a bit of a squeeze coming on here, I'm sure.
There's 4K in the pot. He needs to raise it to around 6.5 Ks. 2.5 times the pot. Oh no, 1.5 times the pot. Yeah, it just goes low, 3,000. Mark says, well, I'll come along for that price.
Indeed.
As does Bradley. Now Richard, when he's been given a very good price in the past, has been disciplined and folded. Let's see what he does with this last hand. He has folded. So there's the 10 that Richard would have hit if he had stayed in the hand.
Yep.
Yolwalt has missed with his ace-jack. He checks. Action on mark. He comes out betting. So Bradley with the 10. Looking skyward. Goes all in.
Oh, here we go. Take it down now, he says.
Yolwalt hasn't hit anything yet. He's just got 2 overs, 2 hearts, and there's diamonds only.
What he's got is a fold. Is what he's got.
He gets out the way. It's around to Mark. Makes the call. So we'll see Mark's cards now.
Pair. King, queen.
Yeah, he's on a draw with 2 overs.
Diamonds. The overs and the diamonds. So lots of outs here.
Sure, look at them.
Yeah.
23 outs. Sure, when he survives all those outs,
incredible.
Gets a double up.
Absolutely incredible that should happen. Okay, so we'll. Oh, we were going to cut the camera 8, but camera 8 decided to go and look at the carpet. So we'll fade away. There's an hour dinner break now. Well, in fact, it's that dinner break's now 56 minutes. So these players will be moved from the feature table, and we'll have some new players up here. And when I say new, we'll sit new to the feature table as well. So well done to these guys. Good luck in the rest of the tournament, and we'll be back in just under an hour.